Riders scurry into midnight blue as the first light breaks over Point Danger, the steep headland high above Duranbar Beach on the mouth of the Tweed on the border of New South Wales and Queensland, Australia's fastest growing state. Everyone comes here to catch something. A wave, dinner, a memory, or just a glimpse of heaven's airbrushing. This is where it all begins. Not just a new day, but a world-famous strip of sun, sand, surf and skyscrapers known as the Gold Coast. This is the way we were part of town, with an endless summer feel, as comfortable as a pair of old blue denims. The slow passage of fishing trawlers into the rising sun as surfers of all ages descend from all corners to ride some of the best breaks on earth, or just to walk some of the best walks in the world. On the beaches, the view soon become a rush hour of a different kind. When the locals complain about traffic, this is what they're really talking about. Sun's up, surf's up. Coolangatta, one of the earliest settlements on the coast, population almost 5,000. Named after the schooner that was wrecked here in 1846. Jet onto the Gold Coast and you'll touch down at an international airport of the same name. Not that you'd know it. The natural surrounds and ranges baffle the sounds of the comings and goings of some of the 10 million tourists who visit here each year. Sammy Davis Jr. made this his summer getaway, staying in what was once the ritziest penthouses in this border town. Things and times have changed. The buildings taller, the sky homes grander, the views bigger, the facilities better, and the expectations higher. And the property values always exceeding expectations. But the people still come here for the same thing. Well, a lot of things actually. A suntan, a surf, a great cup of coffee, fresh seafood, the fashion, the culture, the nightlife, the day trips, the scenics, the people, the tinsel and street thunder, the glamour of it all. Because the Gold Coast has it all. All in all, a great break in the most stunning part of Australia. And if this lucky country of ours is the best in the world, that makes the coast the best of the best. But here in Coolangatta and Kirra, it's time to reflect. This is where Nikon has built some of its most iconic landmarks. In creating these life spaces of reflections on the sea and nirvana, it has, as it's always done, made an iconic mark on the skyline. Some call it development. We call it creating communities. It's both. In the distance, Broadbeach and Surfers Paradise shimmer, making up the 6th largest city in Australia. Here we're also shaping the horizon of the Gold Coast of tomorrow with the Oracle, a Nikon vision in Broadbeach, where it all started for us 20 years ago, when we laid our first foundations for a shopping plaza and tower that helped start it all. But that's another chapter in another story. Just a tad inland from Coolangatta and Kirra, there's still an old cattle grid and a real border crossing. At a place called Natural Bridge, gateway to the hinterlands in the valley. The green behind the gold, a world of waterfalls, natural wonders and national parks. This is the side of the Gold Coast rarely seen, and it has to be seen to be believed. An Eden with half an hour's easy drive to the Pacific Ocean. We've mountains to climb too, and deep forests to explore. Maybe a better name would be Gold Country, for there's much more to it than just coast. Further down the road, well, it's a highway and a freeway now, there's Currumbin, with as many colours as the lorikeets who have helped make this part of town famous. Kangaroos, koalas and the clear, calm waters of Tallabudgera Creek. Around the bend and a rocky headland, there's Burleigh, dotted with Norfolk Island pines. A place to look forward and back, to where we're going and how far we've come. The ancients regarded this as a sacred place, the coastal extremes of a volcano active over 22 million years ago. Burleigh, home of the Barrel, yet another mecca for surfers. Maybe it's the energy in these waves that makes this place so magnetic. At Nikon, our philosophy for design embraces the forces of nature, the water and wind, the earth and fire, Maybe that's why we're so at home here. This is where we're creating your life space. This is Nikon's Gold Coast. Australia has the best property investments. Buy a great investment in a great city. Talk to a Nikon sales consultant today.